The Batman Arkham franchise is at jeopardy right now. With the release of Suicide Squad, a lot of fans are starting to look the other direction when thinking of picking a video game. So Rocksteady needs to make a change. And with this, I've made a series of videos talking about characters that could continue the Arkham franchise, bringing it back to basics while continuing the story. In today's video, we'll be talking about Terry McGinnis, Batman Beyond, and the future of the Arkham franchise in the hands of a Batman Beyond series. With that being said, guys, if you want to help me reach 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video if you enjoy this type of content, and leave your guys' thoughts down below on what you guys would want a Batman Beyond video game to look like. With that being said, let's get into it. So before I get into the combat, the mechanics, and the suits that I want to see, let's talk story. First off, I need Bruce Wayne to be alive. So however they're going to explain that, I don't care. If they want to make Suicide Squad not canon, if they want to make him, Lazarus Pit come back to life, I don't care. This is the future anyway, so we need Bruce to be alive to teach Terry McGinnis how to take over the Batman mantle and become a better Batman in this new future. I imagine that in this future, the rest of the Bat family members have just moved on from Gotham and possibly even moved on from Bruce. I mean, you cannot take over Gotham City for your entire life. They have other places to be, like Bloodhaven or Jump City. There's other places that these heroes need to be other than Gotham City, which is a pit hellhole that is not worth saving in my opinion. But that being said, we need the Bruce and Terry McGinnis relationship. However, I don't want their relationship to be father and son like it was, announced. I think that we should leave Terry McGinnis not the biological son of Bruce. I think that the age gap is just way too long. It's kind of weird. It feels distant. They don't feel like a father and son anyway. I think we should leave that for a Damian Wayne storyline. In this new era, there's going to be new villains taking over Gotham City as well. However, some of these villains are going to be, respecting the OG villains, such as the Joker's gang. I don't want Joker to return like the Batman Beyond movie. I just want the Joker's gang with the DD twins and all of them. They're so iconic. They're a lot of fun. And I think it'd be cool if they were kind of at war with the Royal Flush gang. And that would be really, really fun and would leave a lot of opportunity for cool character designs and goon designs and everything like that. And I think it'd be really cool if we also had Spellbinder missions similar to Mysterio missions in Spider-Man 2, where you have these trippy, really weird psychedelic missions that really play with the player's head and, very confusing, but very, very fun and visually very appealing. I think that there's a lot of really cool stuff that they could do with Inque. I think a lot of people were very intrigued by the character even more after that announcement that the Spider-Verse creators had about a Batman Beyond movie that they pitched. I think that Inque, I didn't mean to rhyme, could be really cool gameplay wise. It has a lot of mechanics that would be really, really cool and very difficult for boss battles. But I think our main villain should be Blight. I think Blight is a really cool looking character for one. I really like characters that just have a visual appeal to them. And I also think that it would lead Terry McGinnis to want to become a hero because of what Blight did to his father. I think that it'd be really cool to have Terry McGinnis wanting to go down this bad path, but Bruce scoops him up like he does with other, children that turn into Robin, but he's turning him into Batman in this case, and make him a better person, make him a hero, and handling this very extreme time in his life in a positive way. Okay, so let's talk mechanics and how Gotham City would be different. Obviously, with this cyberpunky futuristic Gotham City, the buildings are going to be super, super high. So if you're going to be using your grappling hook, you're going to have to grapple partially ways up the buildings. You wouldn't be able to just grapple to the top of the building. For the most part, you wouldn't even be over the buildings like you are in the other games. You'd be underneath these towering city skylines, which would make the player probably feel quite claustrophobic, but that's kind of the whole point of a city like this. Now, there is some things that we can do to help this though, if the player wants some more freedom, and that is obviously the rocket boots and giving the player the ability to fly for the first time, which is a very big change from Batman and, Terry McGinnis Batman, is that Terry McGinnis has these rocket boots that help him glide through the city and just zoom around. And with a city as big as, this futuristic cyberpunk Gotham City, we're going to need some real speed. And I think that the rocket boots would really help with that. I also think that the Batmobile would also help with that. Now, we don't need to include the Batmobile in like missions and stuff. Like, it was super controversial in Arkham Knight. So let's just have it be a really cool, additional thing that you can use in some missions, but not necessarily something you have to use. It's just an optional thing. And it is fast. The car needs to be super fast down this road. I don't remember if it flies or not, but it'd be really cool if maybe we could get like a Batwing 2, something like that, instead of like fast traveling. I don't want fast travel to be the option that people go with. I want like it to be like Spider-Man 2, where the traversal is so fun that people choose the slightly slower path. That's just what I think, in my opinion. So the combat and the stealth would be somewhat similar and obviously familiar to previous, entries in the game, to make sure that the player isn't thrown into like this super different combat system similar to how people were with Suicide Squad. However, the combat, we got to add a couple of new things, such as like batarangs that explode. The sharp claws that he can do would be similar to the electric gloves from Arkham Origins. I really enjoyed that feature in Arkham Origins where you could click L3 and R3 and get these really powerful, electric gloves. They could do something like that really cool with the claws that can come out of his suit. They could also do this with arm blades. The arm blades that he has are different than Bruce's. They are way stronger. They're sharper. They could probably even do like an electrical current if they wanted to. There's some really cool combo stuff that they could do with that. As well with stealth. Stealth would feel very similar, however, with new abilities that you could use. A lot of the games in the Arkham series, the villains and the criminals learn throughout the game how Batman is playing. They'll set up like mines on the balcony pieces and they'll use like these jammers and stuff. Obviously, Batman should be able to do more than just like playing around with these criminals. I think it'd be really cool if we included his cloaking device, so that way his suit could go like almost invisible to some of the characters. That way, people who also aren't as good like me at stealth could, get through these missions a little bit easier. And we could also do something cool with projected holograms. I think it'd be really cool, with the new technology, to make like these holograms that are, distracting the enemies, and people think that Batman's over on that balcony. Psych, you're at this one and you're taking down other people, but they think that you're over there using these like hologram technology. That's just what I think, and what could really freshen up the stealth missions in this futuristic version. So as for alternate suits, unlike the other videos, Batman Beyond is a very, very specific looking character, and hasn't appeared very different in multiple pieces of media. With that being said, instead of 15 suits, I have 5 here this time. Obviously, they're going to need their own original Arkham Batsuit. I wouldn't want it to be anything like we've seen before. I want some originality, maybe add some more neon red lights like throughout the suit, and just make it their own. Just make it very special and make it look very different than anything we've ever seen before. With that being said, we're going to obviously need to include the animated series suit with a cell shaded version or a non-cell shaded version, but either way, they need to add the animated series suit. That's just like a given. Obviously, we need to add the Arkham City suit, which looks very cool. It's very clean. It's definitely one of my favorite versions of the suit. It's very sleek. It looks like a live action version of what the animators were probably imagining in their minds. Again, Arkham, we're gonna be going with the Arkham Knight Batman Beyond suit. This is one of the most dope skins in Arkham Knight. First off, like, I know when you're playing New Game Plus, I guarantee you 90% of people have the Arkham Knight Batman Beyond suit activated. It is so badass. It just is. It's perfect design. It's just like, it's so impeccable. With that being said, we also need to see the canceled version of the Arkham Batman Beyond game. Now, this was originally supposed to be with Damian Wayne. However, this suit looks somewhat different. I really like what they're doing here. This is just concept art, but, you know, they could really flesh it out, and it would be, you know, some good props to an idea that they had so long ago. We're also going to need the Neo suit, or the Neo Year suit, specifically the 2.0 one. The regular one looks very, you know, straightforward. It looks like every other Batman Beyond suit, but the 2.0 suit looks new. It looks clean. The logo is a little bit thinner. It's a little bit more like stretched out. It's a little different. But then again, all of these suits do look very similar, and, and the post-game, once you beat the entire story mode and you unlock New Game Plus, you already know what's coming, you're going to be able to include a Lego Batman Beyond skin that's unlockable. I think that this is just, it's so perfect. I think that it's just the perfect amount of like goofiness, but also like kind of worth it to beat the game, you know, to have a Lego version, because once you do New Game Plus, you've already played the game. It doesn't matter. The cutscenes don't matter. The Batman Arkham series is no, you know, stranger to goofy stuff like this. They had the big head mode. I think adding a Lego skin for this game is just, I think it'd be funny. So I'm going to include it in probably all of these games, these game ideas. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what your guys' thoughts down below are on a Batman Arkham Beyond game. I want to know what you guys would want to see in a game like this. Do you guys even want a game like this? Are you guys done with Rocksteady? Let me know down below in the comments. If you guys want to help the channel reach 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year, we're only like 1,700 subscribers away, guys. We are like dangerously close this year. It's very, very exciting. If you guys want to help, make sure to hit that subscribe button, as I'll be doing more videos like this that are going to be, I'm going to be doing a Batgirl video, maybe a Batgirl and Robin, like a Batgirl and Robin like video game, like both of them, or, you know, the Justice League. I'll start doing video game ideas for Green Arrow, Green Lantern, Superman, all that fun stuff. So if you guys want to see videos like that, make sure to hit that subscribe button. With that being said, have fun, be respectful, check out the suicide prevention fundraiser down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.